Coming up on Confidential, the Elimination Chamber takes its toll on our superstars.
I just don't think really, unless you got in there and felt it, could appreciate what a brutal environment it was.
And Kurt Angle's red, white, and blue light special.
See that, huh?
I got my Kurt Angle action figure, I got my Kurt Angle book, and I got a signed autograph.
She knows what's hot.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Gene Okerlund, and this is WWE Confidential. As expected, last Sunday's Survivor Series was one for the books. Although I'd have to say the biggest winner of the evening was not the new WWE Champion, The Big Show, nor was it the new World Heavyweight Champion, Shawn Michaels. Overall, I'd have to say the ultimate winner was the Elimination Chamber itself. Unfortunately, it was at the expense of all 6 superstars who dared to set foot inside the vile creation. Going into the Survivor Series, the ominous Elimination Chamber was touted as being the most imposing structure in WWE history, and it more than lived up to that billing. A flatbed truck with 2 drivers took 3 full days to haul the chamber's massive components from Colorado Springs to New York City. From there, a crew of 20 men took more than 16 hours to erect the solid steel skeleton and raise all 10 tons of it to the roof of Madison Square Garden. The chamber was then lowered into place shortly before the match got underway. The long-term toll the chamber extracted on the competitors is yet to be determined. In the short term, however, all 6 men were pretty banged up, but clearly Triple H got the worst of it. A bruised trachea made it difficult for Hunter to breathe, causing him to lose consciousness several times during the match. Triple H required emergency treatment at St. Vincent's Hospital, but thankfully he is expected to make a full recovery. There's no doubt about it, the Elimination Chamber left an indelible impact on the men who competed within its hellacious confines.
It's impressive, it's big, it's exciting to think about what could happen inside of there. But like anything else, it's never been done before. There's always a certain element of risk. You never know for sure what you're going to get because you've never done it before. And I think that's what makes this particular pay-per-view so exciting and matches like this so unique.
We did it from scratch. We decided we wanted to do something completely different, something that no one had ever seen. So there's not a lot of drawing from the name. We started with a basic idea that this is what we wanted, was new, completely different.
This has definitely been a big challenge for us on the production side of the WWE to put this together in such a short time and to debut it here at Madison Square Garden.
The designer came up with a conceptual drawing and we started looking at it, and in between our thoughts and the designer's thoughts, it was just kind of an ongoing molding of ideas and enhancing design.
It's a very high-profile project. The Elimination Chamber is pretty much unique. This is the first time they've had something of this caliber.
Tonight, we'll see it go up for the first time and know that what we came up with in our minds and what we drew on paper is now a physical element that hangs above the ring that will give something new to our show.
The whole concept of it was one of those things where you build it, it looks great on paper, it looks great when you see it, but we're the guys who have to bear the brunt of its awesome construction.
It was totally intimidating just to see something like that. The architecture of it was totally unreal.
We'd seen pictures of it, but we hadn't actually seen it. People described it as interesting, but I'd describe it as awe-inspiring.
First thing that started going through my mind was, what can we do with this thing that maybe the fans haven't seen before?
I was trying to think of what I could do, and I also thought of ways that I could use it to my advantage.
It is 10 tons, 20,000 pounds, with 2 miles of chain surrounding a king, and tonight 6 men will go in, and one will survive and become the world's heavyweight champion.
It's not like you can get a tape of the last one to watch it to kind of prime yourself up.
Something like this gave us a whole world to be not like our regular match, and it was fun to use the additional surroundings.
I don't think that the people at home appreciate how hard the grid was outside the ring, how unforgiving the chains that surrounded the ring were.
Oh, wow. Not very wrestler-friendly is this structure, to say the least.
When I was slammed against the chains, it felt a lot like it looked, and the audience with me was screaming, "Oh!"
People really couldn't appreciate the force of gravity meeting up with the steel grate.
Guys were falling on that grate constantly, and not just falling on it, but taking horrendous bumps on it.
The human body is just not supposed to go through a match like that.
I think the guy who utilized the chamber the best was RVD.
The coolest thing of the night was when Rob Van Dam went to hit Jericho with the crossbody and did like a Spider-Man / Matrix jump onto the cage.
Look at that, man. My God, he's like Spider-Man. Spider-Man!
That was just unbelievable.
I really thought that was very inventive and original.
Yeah, I just looked at it and knew I could do it and thought it was a good idea. Boom, there it is.
I don't think people really understood just how brutal that match was.
As far as the injury to Triple H, I had an idea. You just get a sense for when somebody's hurt.
Van Dam! Oh, a star on Triple H!
I had to alter my 5-star frog splash because of the structure. When I looked down on him, I thought everything was going to be fine. I mean, I knew he was in a little bit close, but I thought that I'd be able to just drop right down on him. I jumped out a little too far, and I crunched up into a ball, and my instincts told me to straighten my legs out, and somehow I think my shin came across his throat with the weight.
It was only afterwards when I found out how badly he was hurt with his throat. Thank God that he was able to walk out of the ring and able to continue the match once again, because once I was eliminated, it was just him and Shawn, and they were out there for another 5-6 minutes.
The first ever Elimination Chamber match is down to 2 men.
I didn't really have time to absorb that it was Madison Square Garden or that, it was for the title or any of that stuff. And my mind was too busy thinking of business and work.
Sweet, get him! Sweet tribute, Shawn Michaels! Shawn Michaels is the world's champion! Do you believe in miracles?
I can remember Vince telling me, back in '96, Shawn, enjoy this. And I couldn't. And this time, I can do that. If it lasts forever, that's great. If it ends today, that's okay, too.
When we return, a trip down the aisle, unlike any other.
People in the bridal shop actually felt sorry for me. And they came over to me and they said, are you alone?
And now, the WWE Rewind is brought to you by WWE SmackDown. Shut your mouth. The best storylines ever. Period. End of story.
No other words could sum up how I feel besides, I love you.
As I look into your eyes tonight, I see you for what you truly are. Ain't no good lying. It's over.
On January 14th, TNN will be the place to be for the Raw 10th Anniversary Special. Folks, you're not going to want to miss this one. It's a celebration and a reunion all wrapped in one. We'll have more on that in the weeks to come. But in the meantime, we thought we'd help get ready for the 10th anniversary by looking back at some of the more memorable moments in Raw's illustrious history. Tonight, a memorable occasion for anyone, their wedding day, especially when your daddy's the little princess and your daddy is Vince McMahon.
Boy, we are just absolutely moments away, King. Get your Kleenex ready. I'll tell you what, I'm very happy for Stephanie McMahon and for Andrew Martin. Test.
Actually, when I was first scheduled to be married to Tess, the wedding date had been set for November, so I needed a dress. So I went to Kleinfeld's, which is like a famous wedding store in Brooklyn, and there I am, this 22-year-old kid by myself, just sitting there waiting, and everybody else is with their moms and all this stuff, and the people in the bridal shop actually felt sorry for me. And they came over to me and they said, are you alone? I said, yes, and here's my biggest problem. I need a dress in 2 weeks. And they looked at me like I was insane, because people would spend 2 years getting their dresses. And they said, okay. And at that point, one of the stock boys in the back had recognized me. And I said, well, listen, I'm on television, actually. This is for a television show, and it's supposed to be a real wedding. I really need a wedding dress. And so we went in, and they got me a couple of pre-made dresses, and one miraculously fit. So we picked it out, and they tailored it, and 2 weeks later, I picked it up and bought my veil and my gloves and all that good stuff, and we were out of there.
Tonight, our hearts are filled with great happiness on Andrew and Stephanie's wedding night. Should there be anyone who has cause why this couple should not be united in marriage, they must speak now or forever hold their peace.
So, is this on?
Now, I know earlier you said that no family member or anybody not invited should get involved in this, but I really felt that you should take a look at this.
Vegas is great, isn't it, man? Little white champ. Joan Collins and Michael Jordan were married here. 24-hour drive-up wedding window. This is exactly the way I envisioned it my whole life. You know, I'm a romantic right from the get-go, and this is how I always pictured it when I see her. Well, here we go. Wedding ceremony, only $40. That's us. I'm just so emotional. Get your ass out here, come on.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, you're Triple H.
Damn straight I am.
Are you getting married?
That's what I'm here for.
Who are you marrying?
The virtuous Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, wow.
What? My God!
Do you have your marriage license?
Hey, I've got everything ready. I've already been to the bureau.
All
I've
right.
got the license right
the
here.
license, okay.
I've got rings. Look at this. Huh?
Wow.
Top quality pawn
Those are
shop
nice.
stuff right there. Damn right there.
All right.
And,
what faith are you?
I'm telling you, what difference is that? I gotta tell you right now, here's the deal.
All right.
I got $40
Yes.
and no time.
No time. You
So I need you to get a move.
Okay, I sure will.
All right, then.
Okay, well, Hunter and Stephanie, we're gathered you together in the Little Whitechapel Tunnel of
Is
Love
all
to
this
drive
crap
you-
really necessary? I need you
join
to...
you together in marriage.
I need you to speed this up. Get right to the I-dos. Get the rings on. Let's get out of here. Come on. We're in love, and we need to get moving. You get me?
I got you. Okay, Hunter, will you take Stephanie for your wife?
Oh, you know I do. Go ahead.
I, Stephanie, take you, Hunter.
I, Stephanie, take you, Hunter.
For my wife, or for my husband, excuse me.
For my husband.
I promise you.
I promise to love, honor, and definitely obey everything you say.
Okay, so by the power vested in me by the state of Nevada, here at the Little Whitechapel Tribal Window, I pronounce you husband and wife.
Hey, get a nice shot of the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
I can't believe this. Stephanie and Triple H are married.
I know that you can only have one question on your mind, Dad.
Oh my God! I hate you!
And that is...
I hate you!
Not did we, but how many times did we consummate the marriage?
Oh, God, I cannot believe that. Triple H has married Stephanie McMahon.
When we return, attention Kmart shoppers, Kurt Angle has arrived.
Being an agile athlete like myself, I can cut the corners a little quicker. I can make those leaps and bounds to the top shelves. These people are going to be very happy with my performance.
The Angle Slam just drilled Benoit, and Angle's got him here. He's going to really try to put Benoit away.
He's going to escape! Kurt Angle's going to escape! It's over!
You got to be kidding me! Oh, my God! Nobody home with a moonsault off the top! By God, top of the cage!
Kurt Angle all the way up! Kurt Angle all the way down! He gained nothing! Nothing from the death-defying maneuver!
There isn't a red-blooded American anywhere who hasn't been to Kmart. Recently, Kmart held an online and in-store sweepstakes that attracted more than 20,000 entries. Earlier this week, 3 lucky grand prize winners experienced the Blue Light Special of Blue Light Specials, an Olympic-sized shopping spree courtesy of Kmart and Kurt Angle.
Well, I'm here in New York City to launch off the Kurt Angle Kmart shopping spree. 3 contestants have registered to win a shopping spree with me, so I'm pretty excited. This could be a big event.
I entered the contest on the internet. That's how I got to do this.
It was like a 7,000 to 1 shot, I understand, and I won one of the grand prizes.
I was shopping on the Kmart website for a DVD player, and I saw the contest entry there for the Kurt Angle shopping spree. I entered it, and lo and behold, I got an envelope in the mail, and I won.
There are rules and regulations to this shopping spree. Obviously, these fans can't just go to the electronics department and pick up about 25 TVs. They're going to have to do some real shopping.
Kurt is going to help me. We get 2 shopping carts. We get 4 minutes total time, and we can get anything in the store we want except for jewelry, firearms, tobacco, and the electronics department, unfortunately, is excluded.
I think there's plenty to grab anyway.
I'm looking forward to going out there and performing my best for them and being the Kurt Angle Olympic hero that I can be.
I gotta do Lamaze.
Ready?
Yeah.
Set, go.
I have a definite game plan in mind, but I am getting to go first, which I'm glad about. And I do have a game plan. I've scoped the store out. I've been thinking about it for 2 months. Go to the next town, get the Revlon.
Revlon? What the hell's Revlon? Yeah, makeup, let's see.
Okay, let's go. They picked the wrong girl to have a shopping spree, because I'm pretty good at it. I'm gonna have a lot of makeup, and I'm gonna be really skinny.
Drill. Wrenches. Bottles over here. Where are wrenches?
Fiber. I want $20 stitcher cell though. Am I making it? Oh.
55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 4.
Did I hurt anybody?
No, you didn't.
It went great. I think it went great. Did you?
Yeah, we stuck to a game plan and we got everything that we wanted to get, so I think this was very successful.
This would be my first attempt at speed shopping, and like a lot of guys, I don't even like to shop that much, and I'm very deliberate when I do go shopping. Now this time we try to figure out what we want ahead of time, and then go for just specific things, not just grab everything you can get. Okay, Kurt, let's go. We're trying to get items here in the shopping spree that we could use. We wanted to get stuff that we can keep for years and remind us of the contest.
Where are the dishes? Where are the dishes?
Black dishes, 3
Gotcha.
sets, okay?
Gotta get him a cheap penny.
Okay, 4 minutes.
Okay, that was good.
As far as the game plan, I'm going to try and stick to 1 or 2 floors, and I think I'm going mainly for clothing. I think that's where I'm going to get my biggest value for the time I have. I don't know. It seemed like there after the first half, he was a little bit injured. I think he might have gone a little bit too heavy on the knee. We got a lot of clothes. It's a lot of weight here. It's hard to steer the cart around, so you're just grabbing. Grab anything that comes close. Trying to keep the strategy in mind, but in the end, you're pretty much on autopilot. You just grab whatever's in front of you.
Okay, stop, please.
We went after the clothing. You know, they all had different game plans. We got as much clothing as possible, and I think he will be clothed for the rest of his life, and maybe his kids and grandchildren. You know, I was a little tired halfway through. You know, the pressure got to me. I was in a panic. I kind of blew up. Just couldn't go any longer. So thank God Chad's girlfriend was there to bail me out, and she finished the rest of the shopping spree for me. You know, I think everybody accomplished their goal. You know, one lady wanted a lot of makeup, one guy wanted a lot of guy stuff, you know, the tools, and a certain person wanted every bit of clothing he could get. So I think they're all going to go home very happy.
It's really a consumer's dream to have enough time to run through a store and grab everything you want. So it was just great. It was like, I still can't believe this.
They were great sports. They enjoyed it. They didn't take it for more than it was. They didn't act like it was a Super Bowl, but they were excited about it. They wanted to benefit from it, and they did.
Up next, Saliva is king of their world and the music charts.
We bring a certain element of energy to the table. I think that they bring a large amount of energy to their shows, so I think it's a good mixture.
Welcome back to Confidential. This portion of the program is brought to you by WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. The best storylines ever, period. End of story. In stores now. By Burger King. Now for a limited time, get the new Extreme Bacon and Cheese Whopper at Burger King. At BK, you got it. And by Unreal Championship, only on Xbox.
Chris Jericho is the self-proclaimed king of the world. He also claims to be a huge rock star. The last time I checked, though, Fozzy wasn't exactly burning up the charts, but our good friend Saliva certainly are. Saliva's latest CD, Back Into Your System, was released last week, and their new single, Always, is already up to number 7 on the Billboard Rock Chart. We're thrilled to include an original tune from Saliva that was written exclusively for the WWE Anthology CD. It's a tribute to Chris Jericho entitled King of My World. Hey, maybe Y2J is a huge rock star after all. Well, at least by association. Thanks to a special satellite hookup, Saliva performed live at the World in Times Square as Chris Jericho made his entrance for the Elimination Chamber match at Madison Square Garden. Saliva's performance made Y2J feel like king of the world, at least for a few minutes.
Here to sing Survivor Series theme song Always, here is Saliva!
Being a part of Survivor Series and playing here at the World is totally exhilarating. Everything that we do with the WWE is always on a big, grand scale. We know we're going to be playing in front of hundreds of thousands of people on television, in studio audiences and arena audiences. It's wonderful that a large corporation like the WWE supports bands that are coming up in the world like ourselves. When we play live, we bring a certain element of energy to the table. I think that they bring a large amount of energy to their shows, so I think it's a good mixture. I think it's a good partnership. We just performed first single off our new album, Back Into Your System, Always. I think it lends itself to the drama of wrestling. Besides Always, we're playing a song called King of My World. It's Chris Jericho's intro music. It's a really kick-ass song. To work with Chris Jericho is another challenge for us. We like to challenge ourselves and continue to raise the bar. And to write a song for a wrestler and to put yourself in the third-person sort of position is exciting for us.
We're just happy to be here once again. I have a good relationship with WWE.
We've done a lot of things with the WWE and plan on doing a lot of things with them in the future.
Y2J may be the king of the world, but Hulk Hogan is the undisputed king of the ring. There are just a handful of superstars in the history of this business who can truly be considered an icon worthy of legendary status. Without question, the first man on anybody's list would be Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Earlier this week, the WWE released an autobiography of the Hulkster titled quite simply, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I went through it cover to cover in one sitting. I couldn't put it down. It's a fascinating read about a man who truly lived the life of a superstar.
We're in Ridgewood, New Jersey. I just got done signing 1,003 copies of the Hulk Hogan autobiography. Who's the greatest wrestler of all time? That's what we're doing, man. Signing books, being cool and eating fruit and making friends. Hulk Hogan writes an autobiography just to set the record straight. I had to let the people know that when I started 20 years ago, my first day in the wrestling business, they broke my leg. That's where I started. This is where I ended up. There are a lot of great superstars I wanted to put in the book. I thought about Andre the Giant.
This is the biggest match in the history of professional wrestling.
How impressive it was to be in front of 94,000 people. How giving this 700-pound unhealthy giant was when I picked him up and slammed him to his demise.
Look at this!
In The Rock, the match in WrestleMania 18.
This is a WrestleMania moment, March 17th, 2002. You can circle that date on your calendar.
It was my comeback. It was a lot of people that didn't believe in the dream that Hulk Hogan's too old, Hulk Hogan can't do it anymore. And those were the two guys that were the most important in my career. Behind the scenes is a whole nother story. After WrestleMania, this giant sitting in his corner in a pool of sweat, brother, struggling just to take his boots off. All that stuff that a lot of Hulkamaniacs really don't know is in this book. Some of the things I left out on purpose. I didn't want to tell the maniacs who drank the most beer. That was Andre. I didn't want to tell the Hulkamaniacs who slipped in the shower. That was Jim Duggan. I didn't want to tell a kiss and tell book that would be like a dirty type autobiography.
I'm the biggest Hulkamaniac in the whole world! What are you gonna do, brother? When Hulkamaniac runs world on you!
The book signing really was a wake-up call for me.
It was unbelievable. He's still my hero. He was my hero forever.
He's the greatest wrestler.
I've loved him for 19 years. He's been such an inspiration to me.
The parents would look at me and say, Hulk Hogan, I grew up with you. And then all of a sudden the kids would be hanging on their parents' arm, some of them shaking in their boots, some of them were going, hey brother, yelling at me and the Hulk Hogan voice. What it made me realize was the Hulk Hogan fans are the most loyal fans in the world.
What you gonna do, brother? When Hulkamania runs wild on you!
Everybody wants to know, what has Hulk Hogan been doing? I've been sitting home contemplating my future. I'm healthier than I was the first time I came back. The knee's great, I got the back straightened out, and I'm ready to go. I'd love to make sure that this is where I ended my career, where I became the Babe Ruth of the WWE if given the chance. I have not had my last match yet.
Up next, stand back. The eye of the hurricane is coming through.
It comes out of nowhere and the lights go dark, and then stand back hits real hard and the people really react to it pretty good.
Bodies have been bruised.
The ball off a 20-foot ladder. Damn clue where he is.
I thought Shane might have been knocked out.
Dislocated my right shoulder.
I think I broke my tailbone.
Necks broken.
I ruptured a disc which fragmented into my spinal column.
Careers ended in an instant. Yes, this is entertainment, but the hazards are real.
How's he even able to stand? It's what I want to know. He don't have a damn clue where he is.
No matter who you are, whatever you do, please don't try this at home.
Lugs presents WWE Armageddon, coming to you live on pay-per-view, Sunday, December 15th, from the Office Depot Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Hit the streets Lug style. Get the shoes with an attitude at lugs.com.
As soon as I hear stand back, that's when that last big shot of adrenaline hits me and I'm ready to go.
Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through.
I really like it because it comes out of nowhere and the lights go dark and then stand back hits real hard. Who says that? Yeah, that's me.
Stand back!
You got a microphone, and actually Vince McMahon was the one that worked with me on it, and his voice is so deep and so strong, and he was on the stand back! And I was sitting there going, I don't know if I can talk that loud. I told a million people when I was a kid, I want to be two things. I want to be a wrestler or a superhero. Now I'm a superhero who wrestles.
That's just one of the many stories behind the music of WWE Anthology. It really is more than your typical CD. WWE Anthology recaptures a million memories from a generation of great entertainment. It's great to have for anyone who's ever bowed up like the Hulkster or cracked a couple of beers together like Stone Cold Steve Austin. In the meantime, from all of us to all of you, I'm Gene Okerlund, wishing everyone a very happy Thanksgiving.